Brian Manzella, director of the Brian Manzella Golf Academy at English Turn Golf and Country Club in New Orleans, Louisiana. Bubba Watson won the 2012 Masters with a thrilling 2-hole sudden death victory over Louis Oosthuizen. He did so by pulling off one of the most dramatic shots in the history of the majors, a 155-yard, 40 or 50-yard hook with a gap wedge to within 10 feet, leaving him just 2 putts for the victory. I'm going to show you how you, or a mere mortal like me, can pull off such a shot with a wedge that might help you win one of your championships or play the round of your life. Okay folks, I'm over here well to the right side of the 10th fairway, not at Augusta National, but at my home course, English Turn in New Orleans, Louisiana, with a similar situation that Bubba Watson faced in the playoff. But, of course, without all the people and the high stakes. So I'm over here where I've got a tree, pampas, and a little smaller tree on my right, and the only way I'm going to be able to get back to the fairway and toward the green is to hit a pretty big hook. Now let's just say that this pretty big hook that I'm going to hit with a pitching wedge, Bubba used a gap wedge, would reach the green. So here's the similar shot. So I've got my little orange friend, TrackMan, hooked to the laptop right here, reading out what the Doppler radar says the club and ball did. Here's how I'm going to try to pull the shot off. I have a pitching wedge right here. I'm going to close the face before I grip it. Bubba probably didn't do that because he practices these shots all the time. And the second thing is, you might have seen Bubba actually having the face a little open at address. There's a couple of reasons you want to do that, and I can explain it, when I go over the TrackMan numbers in a second. But Bubba also probably uses it as a cue to see this open face and know he has to really close it on the downswing. So, face a little bit closed. I'm going to try not to aim too far to the right of the tree. I've got the ball back in my stance to help me catch it slightly on the way down with this really inside-out path. And then I need a lot of club head speed and a lot of closing face. So, my club head path on that shot was 12.2 inside out. Now, that's a bunch, okay? You're basically looking at 1.75 yards per degree per 100 yards. There's about a 150-yard shot, so you can do the math. The club face was closed to the target, 10.7 degrees. I had a club face to path of closed 23 degrees. That's about as much as you're gonna see. I had a spin axis. That's how much the axis was tilted left so that ball would hook that much, of 13.7 degrees. And my ball finished 90 feet, 82.9, almost 90 feet to the left of where we were aiming right here. So obviously don't have the club head speed of Bubba Watson. I had 83.1 miles an hour with a pitching wedge, not bad for me. And I hit the shot 148 yards total. So it was in the general idea of what Bubba was doing. So remember, when you're trying to play a shot like this, take enough loft that you can, when you close the face down while you're hooking it. My dynamic loft was 21 degrees, which is a lot less than normal for me or mostly for a tour player with a pitching wedge. That when you close the face and take some of the loft off of it with the ball back in your stance, you can still get enough height on the shot to carry it over the trouble. And you're gonna really have to really work the face a tremendous amount closed with your hands and arms through the ball to get the face to be 23 degrees closed to the path. But it's a doable shot at my club head speed. A lot of you out there have at least that much club head speed. If you practice shots like this, I suggest you do it on the driving range before you ever try it on the golf course. You might be able to pull off a tremendously successful version of Bubba's shot that won him the Masters.